Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and talk about exponential moving averages. Now, these are beautiful when you couple them with the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price. And specifically, we're going to talk about crossover. Whenever there's a crossover, either to the upside or to the downside, you can look to get in either on a buy order or a short, or if you're into options, you can buy a call, long call option, or a long put option. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So first of all, when you're looking at a chart, first and foremost, you want to keep things clean, right? So anytime you have multiple indicators on there, it could help you. But by the time you decide to enter in um, a trade, if you're looking for confirmation on every single indicator, by that time the move typically is done. So what you want to do is you really want to be looking at two main things. You want to be looking at price and you want to be looking at volume. So price action and volume. Now, one way to kind of help you manage that is looking at crossovers. So in this case, I have a 9 EMA on my chart, 9 exponential moving average, which is the yellow line. And then, of course, the volume weighted average, which is the VWAP, volume weighted average price, which is the white line. So if we look at any single day here, and let's just take a quick 5-minute chart snapshot. You look at any single day here, we can see that, and by the way, this only works in trending markets. So when there's a crossover in consolidation, it's not as powerful. So when the market is trending, this is where you get the most bang for your buck. So here we are. If we take a look at this day, price came down, moved back up, came back down, and essentially kind of operated in this little, consolidation zone right here, right? And then what happened was at some point there was a crossover, but it broke out. And once it broke out of this, look what happened. Price moves massive, right? As the 9 EMA crosses over that VWAP and it moves all the way up. Now, keep in mind, this is kind of a tool to what your currently existing, trading plan is. So you don't want to just use crossovers as part of your trading plan. You really want to have some sort of process. So for my example, I'm saying, hey, I'm using this in congruence with support and resistance or supply and demand areas, right? So again, if we were to do it again here, we can kind of see the market on this particular day, the 9 EMA crossover didn't work as well, right? Because even though we have this consolidation zone, right, it crossed here and here, but didn't really bounce up. It didn't break out over this support area, this resistance area, or break down. It wasn't until here the next day where we started seeing some a lot better moves, right? So next day, market opens up down, but then look what happens. The 9 EMA crosses over the VWAP down below, and then you have this measured move, right? All the way down. And you typically want to stay in the trade until you get price on a 5-minute chart, for example, that closes above. It never did close above, right? So you could ride this all the way down, all right? So if we were to just take random, just to kind of show you that I'm not really picking any day, just to show you for this particular video, any particular day, you can kind of see, okay, so here's a day where, here's the high day right here, great. And then the market makes a low at some point, right? Well, you may not want to enter here because you don't really know where that low is unless you look back and you still aren't very clear. But once you establish the high and low for the day, right, and then you start to see the price kind of bounce back on SPY, and then once you get that crossover, you know that you got a good 2 to 3 to 1 risk reward ratio, right? Because even if it pulls back here, your stop is going to be right below kind of that 9 EMA. And look, it did pull back a little bit, kind of created this little bull flag, but it kept going up until, guess what? It hit that major resistance zone. So again, great tool to kind of add to your arsenal. 9 EMA crossing over VWAP. Take a look at it, back test it, see if it works for you. It might be something beneficial. Of course, these videos are educational in a manner. Past performance is not indicative of future results, so just keep that in mind. But good luck out there, and I found it to be very successful for me, and it could be successful for you. Good luck.